Heidi ho neighbors, Radio Goja here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda. This is take 2 of this part. Apparently, if Audacity is left open for an extended amount of time now, it decides to crash. Because after I had finished editing the first part, or after I'd finished recording the first part, I also did some editing and some random faffing about while the video uploaded and all that stuff, and then went on to record, and then when I stopped recording it crashed. So, lesson learned. Just do one part at a time. Unfortunately, that might mean that, or it's probably going to, I don't remember if this is actually bombable. No. That's probably going to mean that, lesson learned, we'll record only one part at a time, but unfortunately, this part might suffer some length because of it. Or suffer a much shorter length, because I had a good 8-9 minutes of footage, which is a nice rounded part for me. I mean, sure, the limit right now is 15 minutes, but I'm not going to say no to 8 or 9 minutes. That's still good. That's still a good sized video. But now that I know everything, because a little bit of that was faffing about trying to find where to go. In any case, I'm not going to be faffing about as much, and the rest of the level is not hard. There was some graphical slowdown there. Yeah. Graphical slowdown. Anyway. Luckily for me, I had saved the state at the part we had left off, so I was able to just reload the state. And that's mainly what I use the state saves for, is just when I'm recording. Okay, I forgot going this way was just for the key. Alright, well, I seem to be having a brain fart on stuff I did just like 15 minutes, or 10 minutes ago, so it might be a good long part anyway. Who knows? We'll see. So I do believe we bombed the wall. Oh, we didn't bomb the wall here. As you might expect, with dungeons that have maps that that have a layout that looks like a face and has a blank spot for the eye is usually a secret room. And in this case, it's a particularly important secret room, because this is where we find our dungeon item. It's the red candle. Needless to say, I don't use the candle that often, so it's not really that particularly interesting of a dungeon item. And you may be thinking, well, what's the difference between the red and the blue candle? Well, the blue candle you could only use once per screen, and it wouldn't let you use it anymore. But this time, we can actually use it as many times as we want. Again, I don't use it particularly use it that often. I mean, you can use the flames to burn things, and if you make a mistake in trying to burn something, you don't have to leave the screen and go back. But since I've pretty much, well, I mean, now that I think about it, I do have to burn away a bush in order to get to the 8th dungeon. And if I mess up the position of the burning the bush, then it'll be all right. So I guess that's one area, in my particular case, where the red candle might be useful. But I don't use the candle more than once at a time anyway. I mean, it's just like lighting dark rooms and dungeons, and that's pretty much it for me. Also, more Lamnolus. And that seems pretty useless, but again, as long as I have the actual room plotted out on the map, I don't care. And here we got another Dig Dogger. This is the third one we've seen in this dungeon. I'm not kidding. I mean, if you paid attention in the last part, we fought 2 Dig Doggers, and I really didn't think much of it, but yeah. And here we got some more Dodongos. works. That works too. Here, have another one. It's on me. Now let's just force them to eat the bombs. It's easier than trying to get them to, yeah, that's the secret in the tip of the nose right there. That the old dude was talking about. I kind of set that off by accident, but I was actually planning on, talking about it a little bit first before I did it, you know, as is my style, but yeah. Now we got a room full of wall masters here that might be trouble with the bubbles there, taking away my ability to use the sword, but the magic wand kills them in one hit, so it's fine. Now we just push this block here and we can go down. This is actually a secret that we have to do in order to actually complete the dungeon, so it really isn't that much of a secret. Or not out of the way secret like that, the rupee rooms and whatnot. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the dungeon. Are you prepared to see who the boss of this dungeon is? I swear to God you're not. What horrors could possibly be lurking beyond this door? Oh my God, I can only think of... It's Aquamentus. Yeah. The reused bosses as enemies were harder than the actual boss they put in here. Yeah, I figure, you know, they would have started, making new bosses. They keep making new bosses, but no, they just went and started recycling from the first dungeon onward, I guess. And this time it turned out to be around 7.5 minutes at this point, so that's still not too bad of a part, and I will take that as a part. Oh no, I'll probably keep talking. Anyway, that was the 7th dungeon, and then I'm, you know, as is per tradition with this Zelda LP, once I'm done with a dungeon, now I'm done for this particular recording session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here, and when we come back, I'm fairly sure that there isn't too much we need to do before the 8th dungeon, or too much we can do. I mean, I still need to buy some monster bait, because I do know that we will be seeing at least one more hungry monster in this playthrough. And then we can go and take on the 8th dungeon to get our last piece of the Triforce, which will, and the whole Triforce will of course allow us to reach level 9. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?